And now I'm cheesing my way back to you, Van, with a burning cheese inside. It's time to talk pack.
Well, for the first time in a while, we're back. We took a break. It wasn't
Yep,
like a vacationy break. It was just like a being fucking busy all the time break.
it really was.
It was a stressful break.
I realized how tired I was. I fell asleep on the ground today after work.
Nice.
I was like, I'm just gonna slide out of my chair, and then I fell asleep on the
I
ground.
haven't done that in a while, but Miss Van was in here making some jewelry stuff. She makes jewelry. If anybody's interested, Baubles by Brooke, Baubles on
This
Etsy.
shit, this shit again.
She loves it. What? She actually does a really. She's selling to a lot of different people from all over the place. She's doing really well.
Yeah, that's good.
Um,
Mrs. Jeezy got some. She
yeah,
loves
she
it.
did, and they were custom made for her too,
Yeah, she loves them.
with heart, with love and care put into every earring.
She wears them.
Anyways,
She wears them
sh-
pretty often.
well, good. I will let Miss Van know, but she was working on her jewelries thing, and right over there there in the office, I happened to lay down on the floor and I almost fell asleep on the floor.
I knew I fell asleep. Like, you ever fall asleep, like falling asleep, and then you hear yourself snore, and it wakes you up, and then
Mhm.
you're just like, oh shit, I almost fell asleep, and then I just like,
but the
but then
difference
I fell asleep.
but the difference is when I do that, I've likely been snoring for like 15 minutes already.
Yeah,
It's just like I think I woke myself up. Anyways, Packers. Boy, lots of shit happening.
yeah,
Um, let's get the bad news out of the way first, because this is really unfortunate. Because this is one of my favorite players on the offensive line in a while. I mean, obviously Bakhtiari is my favorite, but and Elton Jenkins is up there too. But this guy has been a rock on our offensive line for at least 6 years. I don't think he missed a game in all that time. Corey Lindsley, our center, is going to have agreed to a 5-year contract with the Chargers. $62.5 million, 17 million fully guaranteed, which is the highest paid center in the league now, and he earned every penny of it. Absolutely, absolutely earned every penny of it. And I'm confident the only reason why he is going is because we couldn't afford him. He's all
yeah.
pro, class act. So that's gonna be sad, really sad. Yeah.
It is sad. I mean, I'll miss Corey Linsley. I mean, he's obviously been a
Oh, I
rock,
take it back. He missed 3 games this year because of a knee injury.
but I just feel like, I mean, I wonder what Aaron Rodgers is feeling losing his center. I feel like that is a special connection. I actually just reread the first review we got on Apple Podcasts, and it was from your QB1 about how special
Hmm.
the relationship is between the center
It
and the
is,
quarterback.
man. It's legit. I mean, I mean, like QB1 said a, a long time. I mean, we would sit after practice. Like we had fumble issues a couple times. Like not often. I was good, but every once in a while we had fumble issues, and he and I would stay after practice and just fucking snap the ball
I mean,
because that's where the play fucking starts, right? It's really important.
yeah,
And here it is. Corey Linsley, 2014 fifth-round pick out of Ohio State. First off, fuck Ohio State, but thank you. I love Corey Linsley. Immediate starter as a rookie, had 99 regular season starts back until then. Here it is. From late 2016 through early 2019, he was on the field for more than 2,700 straight snaps.
wow, crazy. I mean, I thought
And
he was actually older.
obviously,
I thought he was older than 29 years old, but
I thought so. I mean, I thought he was. Yeah,
oh no,
that
he is
sounds.
older. He is older. Wait,
Anyways,
what?
he helped us tie for second fewest sacks last year. This is all according to ESPN, by the way. So that's a really sad one. I hate to see that one happen. Um, and here's a mixed bag one as well.
He is 29. What he is 29 years old. Okay, I didn't fuck that up.
So let's see what else we did here. We released Christian Kirksey and
Yep.
Rick Wagner. And I think Christian Kirksey signed with somebody else already. Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? Oh boy, let me look.
I feel like our linebacking core has been a revolving door as of late.
I Texans. He's one of the Texans for 1 year. Um, yeah, but then you look at like we had Kamal Martin, who we drafted last year and was hurt, and showed some pretty good flashes. And
So
then
is that a pun on the porn that got on his social media?
oh shit, I forgot that was that Kamal Martin?
I'm pretty sure it was.
It could have been. No, that was unintentional, 100%. But then we've got Chris Barnes, too, undrafted guy who has played really well last year.
Yeah,
Definitely looked like
he's
he
solid.
belonged.
Yes, he looks
Um,
solid.
we've got Ty Summers. I don't know how I feel about him. We restructured Preston's contract. I know a lot of people were not happy about that, but we restructured it and we had a bunch of incentives in there for sacks and things like that. If he gets to X amount, he gets more money, whatever else. So we freed up some space that way. We restructured Bakhtiari's contract early, and he had
Yeah,
just signed that huge ass deal too, most
yeah,
highest paid offensive lineman ever.
yeah.
And we restructured his. Rogers could get his contract restructured. Um, this is kind of what's going on here. Like we mentioned with everybody, um, every team is kind of the same situation this year for the most part. A lot of teams are. Some teams that are really shitty don't have issues with this, but um, everybody's tight this year with the cap going down to 182.5. Went down to almost $16 million. So with that, it made it really hard to figure out what we were going to do at running back, and they actually got decided yesterday. Uh, we're going to re-sign Aaron Jones for 4 years, $48 million.
I
Uh,
cannot, I cannot,
with $13 million signing bonus.
I cannot believe this came through. This shit.
Well, that's a hometown discount, dude. He had off he I forget who said it, but he likely had offers more than that, and he took a hometown discount because he wanted to stay in Green Bay.
I mean, what are you gonna do, man? It's just like if you believe in a system and you want to get a chance at that ring. I'm sad, man. I'm sad to see Jamal Williams go. And he puts out, I mean, a pretty big post on
Here it
Instagram.
is. Here it is. Sorry. Speaking of back to Aaron Jones. Oh, the legal tampering period. I was right. Legal tampering period started today. Um, Drew Rosenhaus, who is his agent, said that they anticipated bigger offers in free agency. They knew he was going to get more money, but he really wanted to stay in Green Bay, so he took a pay cut.
I
That's
just,
all. But yes, so that's good. Then Jamal Williams put out a post basically saying goodbye to Green Bay, even though nothing's official. Um, nothing's ever official, obviously.
yeah. So he said, I'll read the whole thing on Instagram. Thank you, Green Bay, for accepting me and letting me grow into the man I am today and still thriving to be. I have nothing but respect and love for everyone who works in the Packers facility, from players, coaches, all the employees that work in Lambeau, and the fans. I'm going to miss it all, cherish all my memories, and keep striving for greatness. I'm looking forward to what's ahead and excited to grind for what I want. He's got the bracing teeth, but nothing but love, Green Bay. It's been real. Thumbs up, prayer hands, blue heart.
Yeah,
I,
again, nothing's for real, but and nothing's for serious yet. But he must have offers. Oh, and then he's got a picture of him with like his diamond ass grill. Uh, but yeah, nothing's obviously for real yet or anything. But I think obviously with re-signing Aaron Jones, it's pretty obvious what's going to happen. Did you know he's had 622 touches in the NFL, not a single fumble,
Jamal Williams.
not a single fumble,
I mean, he's been sure-handed. I didn't
and in
realize
the
he had
past
zero.
zero. And in all 4 years, he's had at least 400 yards rushing and 600 total yards.
Yeah, I mean, he'll
18
be.
touchdowns over 4 seasons. I mean, he played a six in 60 out of 64 games. Um, I think he can be a number one elsewhere, hands down. Sure can.
I definitely think he could be the featured back on a committee, but he's not a Derrick Henry. He's not a. I mean that might be the only featured true like
Yeah, no
standalone
one's
back
doing
in the
feature
league.
backs anymore. But you're right. You're right. He could be the feature back in a back. He could be the Aaron Jones in the Packers backfield, but somewhere else.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, he could be the lead back in a group of solid backs. I mean, and
Yeah.
that's honestly, I think if you want to have a long career or at least a like a decently long career as running back, that's kind of the. I think that's kind of how the league has been going and how coaches have been doing it.
I think
And
you have
also,
to now.
I mean, I think the other advantage is unless you have just a freak of nature like Derrick Henry. I mean, the only other person I can think of who's really featured like that is Ezekiel Elliott. Um, but it also gives you fresh legs when you need it. Like you can
Yeah.
have somebody with fresh legs who can run, the the whole playbook.
Oh shit! Here's some more stuff. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sad,
I mean, it is. It really is.
but especially too, his energy was infectious, right? Like his pregame dancing stuff and like all that was just infectious. I loved watching, the dance cam. It was great, but um,
Mm.
he's another guy that he deserves every penny he gets wherever it comes from.
But I mean, I really do feel good with Aaron Jones, and then what's the guy from Boston? I can't. I like.
Dexter Williams that we drafted. Oh, or you
No,
mean you
no,
mean AJ Dillon?
AJ Dillon. Yeah, yeah,
I think we still have Dexter Williams on our practice squad too, who we drafted 2 years ago now.
yeah.
We didn't really see any game time.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't know what to make of him. I think I saw him preseason game. Obviously not this past season, but 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, well, so some other things that happened too. We restructured Adrian Amos's contract to save $750,000. John Lovett got waived. He was our fullback, saved $120,000. Preston actually took a pay cut when he restructured his $7.25 million pay cut. So this is as of March 12th, so a couple days ago yet. At that point, we had cleared 8.12 million of cap that day, and we were down. We were still needing to clear 1.2 million. I think we've done more so since then. So, and they're also expecting that Devontae and Zadarius might also restructure their contracts.
hmm.
So people are starting to get sneaky here with cap things, but I'm yeah, we'll see. I just don't know who else is gonna stay or go. And oh, Billy Turner said he would restructure his as well, which would be good.
Hmm.
Okay, so back to Corey Linsley. Now we have something to talk about with how is this offensive line going to be structured, right? Dave Bakhtiari is still the best in the league at left tackle.
Of
Left
course.
guard, you've got Elton Jenkins, the best in my opinion, probably the best guard, probably the best, most versatile offensive lineman in the league.
Yeah,
On the right side, you've got Billy Turner, and our other tackle is who? I don't even know right now off the top of my head.
I can't tell you.
But so now we have some shifting around to do and figure out who's going to play in the middle there. Oh, we've got those guys we drafted from last year though too. Those young guys. I could see Elton Jenkins moving to center. Um,
Has he played center?
mhm. He did when Corey Lindsey was hurt this year.
That's right. You're right.
Also, Zadarius Smith tweeted out earlier, "I want to be a Packer for life."
Dang. How many
Yeah,
seasons do you think he's got left? How many?
Zadarius, how old is he?
I think he's probably like 30, maybe 31.
We're about to find out. Born in Alabama, 1992.
He's 28. 28.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's actually a little bit younger than I thought.
Yes. He's 28 and he's a big ass man, and
That is a man.
I am 30 and I'm a little ass kid.
That dude is. That is for real though.
That is like when I look at some of these players that are in their early 20s and they're enormous men, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror like,
Yeah. Yeah. I can't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't go up to Sedarius and say, "That's my ice cream cone." I wouldn't say that.
you would say, "You can have it."
You can have it. Yep, that's what I would. Here, here, you can have it. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
what a
big.
classic episode
That
of
dude is. I mean, honestly though, he
Job.
seems. I mean, he seems so nice, but like, that's a big. That's a big dude. It's a 6'4", 275.
275 pounds is a fucking big dude.
That's a big dude. That's a big
But
dude.
anyways,
Anyway, what I gotta say
really,
is
really unfortunate the guys we're going to lose. Really happy for the guys that we're going to retain.
I've been hearing
And we'll
this.
see, man. It's,
Mrs. Jeezy has been talking about renting an RV come football time and just taking like a trip to Lambeau, like from here to there, RV, see what happens.
can't we just make a pit stop in North Carolina as well?
Why don't you make a pit stop up here and then like we got to go all the way to Lambeau?
Fuck it, fine, I'll do it. Let's fucking do it then. We were gonna do it last year. Last year we were gonna do a Van and Jeezy game, but then guess what happened?
Everything got all fucked up.
Some bullshit. Oh, that's another one we're talking about soon here too. Is the 17th game, which is going to happen this year, I think.
Yeah, I mean the schedules
And how they're going to decide who they haven't decided yet who's going to be that 17th game.
I mean
As of right now, we've got our
Packers,
divisional games against Bears, Lions, Vikings. We're also playing the Browns, Rams, Steelers, Seahawks, and football team at home. And away, we're playing our divisional games. And then Cardinals, Ravens, Bengals, Saints, and 49ers. So where's that 17th game going to be? I've heard people predicting it's going to be Packers, Chiefs.
interesting. So how do you think the game is going to be? Is it just like I don't how would you do how like there's a rule for the game so that you know how it happens every year. Like how do you
We could
think
go
so?
see a hometown game out by you.
What's
We're
that?
playing the Ravens away this year.
Oh, nice.
So, number one, put that one in your calendar.
When is
I
it?
mean, the game's not scheduled yet, but fucking plan. We're doing that. Plan on that. We're doing that.
All right.
And other than that, Vikings, Cardinals, Bengals. We
The
could do. We could meet up for Bengals or Browns and
go
football. Oh, football team's home and
yeah.
Browns are home.
So the football team one is the one that we had some friends here say let's get an RV and go let's go and if we all pitch in it's only like you know
Cheap.
it's not bad.
Yeah. Heavy game. Shit, we should do New Orleans. That'd be fun too.
That would be fun.
Do we have any friends in any of these areas? Like the Bengals would be good too because Bengals as a road game, that's getting closer to a midpoint for us.
Yeah, Cincy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that could be tight.
I don't
Any
know.
anyway, sorry to take us completely off the rails.
I'm not. That's what the show is about.
So do are we just doing gossip then? Is that where we are?
Fuck it, let's just do it because we only have one story, and it's a hometown Wisconsin um, connection here. Coming straight at you out of Kenosha, Wisconsin, Melvin Gordon, who is one of the most prolific college running backs of all time. Um, Played for Wisconsin, obviously. Almost 5,000 yards rushing in his time, 45 touchdowns, 49 scrimmage touchdowns. At one point, he led the league in, or led all of FBS in um, touchdowns. Let's see. I can't find any more.
He's
Anyways,
27.
hmm?
27 years old.
Yeah, he got in trouble a while ago. October 13th, he got pulled over in Denver. Who was that? The last team he played for was Denver.
Yeah, I think he's still on their
Yeah,
roster.
Bros. Okay. Yeah, he played for the SDG. Who's SDG?
What?
San Diego. What's SDG? Who team is SDG?
What are you talking
San
about?
Diego Chargers. Oh, San Diego. He played for the. I'm trying to figure out who he played. He played for the Chargers all up until last year. Okay, last year he went to Denver. Okay, so he got pulled over in Denver on October 13th. They clocked him at 71 in a 35. First off,
Damn.
that's felony endangerment shit. Um, let's see. And in this video, I didn't watch it yet.
I
He
watched.
told the cop. Well, I'm just gonna read the synopsis here first. He told the cop he had been driving fast because he was just miles from running out of gas.
And then the cop asked him like, "Well, how many did you have?" He's like, "Oh, not much." And then the cop's like, "Well, how much is not much?" And he's like, "I just have one." and then like the
What
interview.
he said he had just one drink of Pinot Grigio.
I had just one Pinot Grigio. Yeah, he says Pinot Grigio, and I was like, oh shit, he's getting classy. Oh, the reason this is news right now, by the way, is because the body cam was released now.
This is six. This is 6 minutes.
I mean, it's edited too because it doesn't just like it's not all raw stuff. It's edited down, and they do like the field sobriety test where he's like trying to do like the heel toe walk, and you can see him like he can mostly do it, mostly, but like not quite.
I'm watching that right now.
And
Well, he's not
then
doing well. It looks like he's wearing high. It looks like he's wearing ladies' high heels. What the fuck is that?
I don't
Or
what
they're like some really weird Birkenstock sandals.
he's not wearing ladies' high heels.
Oh no, they are definitely like Birkenstock sandals.
Anyway, like
Well,
he
so
ends up.
he
I mean, he ends up getting out of it. I mean, in the end, like he pled guilty to reckless driving, and so he ended up having to do 12 hours community service, pay a $478.50 fine. I mean, they
let's
pulled
hold on.
after he pled out to those things. They let him out of the DUI charge. Actually,
He said, "I've been drinking. I know you can." The cop said, "I know you can tell. I can tell. I got some people that can drive me. I'm not going to lie to you. I play for the Broncos. Obviously, you probably know, and I cannot risk getting in trouble. I live 3 minutes from here, probably four." And then he said, "I'm scared to get in trouble, bruh. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm in a fucking position battle, bruh. I'm low key scared, bruh. Please, bruh." He
I
did not
mean,
take. He did end up taking a blood test, and they later hit him with 2 charges of DUI and 1 count of speeding. He pled guilty to reckless driving, and they dismissed the 2 DUIs. Yeah, 12
that's
hours
why.
community service.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah, and he's going to be on further discipline from the NFL. That seems like a little bit bullshitty, doesn't it? I mean, I guess it didn't really say what his blood alcohol content was, but
Yeah, they didn't say. I don't. I mean, it didn't say that he was 100% like it doesn't I mean it doesn't tell
so
us
I
definitively.
clicked on the link here that says 2 charges of DUI. I clicked on it, and in big fucking letters, this is from TMZ. All of this, by the way, it says Melvin Gordon's DUI arrest. Cops say running back weak to booze.
I mean,
Speech. Oh, the officer says speech was slurred, breath had moderate odor of an unknown alcoholic beverage, balance was swaying, eyes were watery. He performed unsatisfactorily in the sobriety test, exhibiting validated indicators of impairment.
the police officer did ask, this is probably the first time I've ever noticed this. He did ask if the cuffs were too tight.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, for a non-violent thing, you should probably, always ask if the cuffs are too tight.
That seems reasonable.
I mean, like for a not I mean, this is obviously it's a potentially dangerous thing to have somebody driving drunk. I mean, it is dangerous.
Extremely.
Yeah, of course. But it's not like but now he's been stopped. Nothing has happened yet, and he's being cooperative. I mean, there's no, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to, he's not being
Yeah,
restrained for any other reason than it's like the protocol.
right. Well, sorry, Melvin Gordon. Hopefully it works out for you and you've learned a lesson.
I mean,
I feel
that's
like
it.
in these days, Uber is an excellent service. So everybody, make sure you partake in Uber if you're in this situation.
And if Uber's too expensive, try Lyft.
And if Lyft's too expensive, try walking
Yeah.
or a
And
bus or a taxi. Taxis are expensive though too.
if those are too slow, if walking too slow, try a scooter.
Although I do know in Wisconsin, I believe if the um, bar or tavern is part of the Tavern League of Wisconsin, the Tavern League of Wisconsin, I believe if you go to the bar and tell them that you are too impaired to go home and you need a ride, they have to call a cab for you on their dime.
Really?
I believe it's a thing. Don't quote me 100%, but I'm like 80% sure.
That's pretty tight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, my general opinion is you can't afford to go out unless you can afford to get your ass home safely. So I always say you should budget for a car home or plan to only have one drink or two over if you're going to be there for a long time.
That's my rule of thumb.
So that's kind of it. Otherwise, I mean, if you're having more than that, you just got to plan in the cost of travel.
Hmm. Do that.
Anyway, this has been Officer Jeezy.
I don't have anything to add.
All right. And with that, you've been listening to Getting Jeezy. Sorry. And with that, you've been listening to Getting Cheesy with Van and Jeezy.
Getting Jeezy with Cheesy and Van.
That's correct.
I'm Cheesy.
I'm
Van.
Van.